If you receive the age pension, disability support pension or carer payment from Centrelink, stop what you are doing right now. These Centrelink payments may be affected when information on your account no longer matches information available through reviews and data checks. This fortnight, thousands of pensioners may still be unaware of how important accurate myGov and Centrelink details have become in 2026. If you do not watch this to the end, you could miss a simple check that may help protect your fortnightly payment. Now, before anyone becomes worried, let me make one thing very clear. This is not about telling you that your pension is suddenly disappearing. It is not about suggesting that every pensioner has done something wrong. It is about understanding how Centrelink may check information, how small changes in your circumstances could matter, and what you can calmly verify before a misunderstanding becomes stressful. In 2026, more pensioners are talking about what they call Centrelink's tracking system. That phrase can sound frightening, but in plain English, what people are usually referring to is the way Centrelink may compare information, review income streams, check declared assets, and look at changes that could affect eligibility or payment rates. That could include savings, term deposits, investments, superannuation income streams, relationship changes, overseas income, or details that no longer match what appears on your record. And this matters because many older Australians genuinely believe that if nothing dramatic has happened, there is nothing to update. But a financial situation does not always change dramatically. Sometimes it changes quietly. A bank account may be closed. A term deposit may roll over. A partner may move into care. A family arrangement may change. An income stream may be adjusted. A postal address, mobile number or email connected to myGov may no longer be current. Centrelink will not personally contact every pensioner when rules shift, thresholds are reviewed, or checking processes affect individual circumstances. More changes are expected over time as payment rates, income and asset limits, digital services and compliance processes continue to be reviewed. So if staying informed about Centrelink matters to your household, subscribe now and make sure notifications are turned on, because relying on YouTube to show you the next important update may mean you never see it when you need it. Here is the concern many pensioners have. Centrelink may already hold details you gave them years ago when your retirement finances, household arrangements or contact information looked different. At the same time, Services Australia may use information, matching and review processes to confirm whether payments are being assessed correctly. That does not automatically mean a debt. It does not automatically mean your payment changes, but it may mean that details which have quietly fallen out of date could require your attention. For some pensioners, this may involve the age pension income or assets test. For others, it might involve an income stream review, a declared bank balance, a partner's circumstances, or information connected with another payment such as disability support pension or carer payment. Pensioners whose circumstances have not changed and whose records are accurate may have very little to worry about. But anyone who has experienced financial or household changes may need to check that Centrelink has the correct picture. Why is this receiving so much attention now? There are several reasons. Payment rates and some thresholds may be adjusted at scheduled review points. Government agencies continue to focus on preventing incorrect payments and fraud, and digital records now make it easier for information to be checked across different sources where permitted. Again, that does not mean you are under suspicion. It means the accuracy of your information matters more than many people realize. Centrelink does not pause and wait for you to catch up. Once a review or reassessment is triggered, it moves forward. If your details are not current or your myGov contact information is out of date, the outcome may not go in your favour, not because you did something wrong, but because the system did not have what it needed from you. That is the part pensioners need to understand. A missed myGov message, an old phone number, an unnoticed letter, or an account detail that was never updated may create unnecessary confusion. A simple request for information could feel much more serious if you only see it after the response date has passed. But take a breath, because this is where the situation becomes manageable. The age pension is not being eliminated. Most pensioners may be completely fine if they stay informed and keep their details accurate. And the steps involved are not complicated applications or difficult financial decisions. They are straightforward checks you may be able to complete from home. There are 4 things every Centrelink pensioner needs to understand about this. The first thing is that Centrelink may compare information connected with your income and assets. For age pension recipients, income and assets are central to how a payment is assessed. That may include bank savings, shares, managed investments, superannuation income streams, overseas assets, rental income, or financial details belonging to a partner. Centrelink may use data matching and review processes to check whether the information recorded for you is still accurate. Why does this happen? Because Centrelink payments are assessed according to rules that may depend on your current circumstances. If the agency is paying someone according to information that is no longer correct, a review may be needed to determine whether anything should be adjusted. What could this mean for your Centrelink account? It may mean nothing at all if your information matches and your circumstances have stayed the same. But if an account was opened, closed, transferred, inherited, or significantly changed and was not reported when required, Centrelink may ask questions or review the assessment. What should you do? Do not start moving money around, closing accounts, or making financial decisions because of a video. Simply check whether the income and asset information visible through your Centrelink online account linked to myGov accurately reflects your present position. If something appears incorrect or you are unsure, speak directly with Centrelink or a financial information service officer before making assumptions. An accurate record is not something to fear. It is one of the strongest protections a pensioner can have. Moving to the second thing, certain income streams and superannuation arrangements may receive attention during reviews. Many Australians reaching retirement have more than one source of financial support. Some may draw from superannuation. Some may hold an account-based pension. Some may have changed providers, adjusted withdrawals, received a lump sum, or started a new income stream after retiring. Those arrangements may be treated differently depending on the rules and your circumstances. This does not mean that taking money from super is automatically a problem. It does not mean your pension may suddenly stop just because you hold superannuation. The important issue is whether Centrelink has the information it requires to assess your payment correctly. Why might this area matter more in 2026? Because income streams are one of the areas that may be reviewed to check whether concession cards and pension payments are being assessed correctly. A pensioner may have arranged everything properly with their super fund, yet still need to ensure Centrelink has the updated details that relate to their payment assessment. For your Centrelink account, this could mean checking whether an income stream listed years ago still matches your current arrangement. It may mean confirming that a new account, closure, rollover, or change in payment structure has been reported where required. It may also mean seeking guidance if you cannot tell whether a change affects your pension. The calm response is simple. Verify first. Do not guess and do not ignore paperwork connected to an income stream review. If nothing has changed, the review may simply confirm that your assessment remains correct. The third thing is that your living arrangements and relationship details may matter more than you think. This is one of the areas many pensioners do not immediately connect with a Centrelink review. You may think only your bank balance matters, but your relationship status, home situation, and partner information may also affect how Centrelink assesses certain payments. For example, if you start living with a partner, stop living with a partner, sell your principal home, move address, or experience a major household change, Centrelink may need updated information. Some people delay reporting these matters because the situation feels personal, uncertain, or emotionally difficult. That is understandable, but leaving an outdated record in place may create more stress later. Why is this relevant to a tracking or review system? Because when different pieces of information no longer appear consistent, Centrelink may need to confirm which details are correct. A change of address, a partner's altered financial situation, or information connected with property may raise a question that could have been resolved earlier with a simple update. What might this mean for your payment? Depending on the circumstances, Centrelink may need to reassess part of your eligibility or payment rate. For many pensioners, no adverse change may occur at all. The key is that Centrelink needs accurate information rather than assumptions. If you have had a major living arrangement or relationship change, check what Centrelink currently has recorded. You do not need to feel embarrassed about asking whether something must be updated. Older Australians deal with changes in health, housing, relationships and care arrangements every day, and asking for clarity is a sensible step. Staying current does not mean you're in trouble. It means you are taking control before uncertainty has a chance to grow. And the fourth, this is the one most people miss, Your contact details and myGov messages may be just as important as your financial details. A pensioner may have perfectly accurate income and asset information and still run into difficulty because a message was missed. Maybe your mobile number changed. Maybe your email address is no longer used. Maybe you rely on paper mail but have moved house. Maybe myGov notifications arrive, but you are not sure where to find the actual Centrelink letter. If Centrelink needs more information, they may contact you through the communication arrangements connected with your account. If you do not receive or read that request, the process may continue without the explanation or documents you could have provided. That may make a manageable situation feel much worse than it needed to be. Why is this happening? Because more services are handled digitally, and pensioners may increasingly need to check myGov correspondence alongside traditional mail or telephone contact. That does not mean you must become a technology expert. It simply means your contact details deserve the same attention as your bank information. What should you do? Check that the address, mobile number and email connected to your Centrelink and myGov arrangements are still correct. Look for unread correspondence in your Centrelink online account. If you do not use myGov confidently, ask a trusted family member to sit beside you while you check, or call Centrelink directly rather than leaving the matter unresolved. A message does not automatically mean bad news. Sometimes it is simply a request that becomes easier once you respond promptly. Now I want to re-anchor this clearly. None of these changes reduce your base pension payment simply because review processes exist. They are adjustments to how the system operates and how information may be checked so payments can be assessed under the rules. Being informed is itself a form of protection because it allows you to respond calmly rather than finding out only after a problem appears on a statement. So what should you do at home today? Keep it simple. You do not need to apply for anything new, and you do not need to make financial changes based on worry. You are only checking. First, log in through myGov and open your linked Centrelink account. Check your current income, asset and payment information, and look for any outstanding letters, review requests, or unread messages. You can also visit servicesaustralia.gov.au and search for age pension changes of circumstances or reviews. Second, confirm that your contact details are current with Centrelink. Check your address, mobile number, and email address. If you have had a relationship change, moved house, altered an income stream, sold property, or had significant changes to income or assets, check whether those details may need to be reported. Age pension recipients may need to tell Centrelink about relevant changes within the required time frame. Third, do not respond to unexpected texts, links, or phone calls claiming that your pension is about to be suspended unless you pay money or provide login details. Genuine checking starts through your own myGov login or by calling Services Australia through an official number. Never hand over your myGov password because someone sounds convincing. Fourth, share this information with a family member, neighbour or friend who receives a Centrelink payment. Some pensioners are very comfortable online. Others may not see a digital message until it is too late to respond easily. A simple reminder from someone they trust could prevent a great deal of worry. For age pension questions or help understanding what Centrelink may need from you, you can call the Centrelink Older Australians line on 132300. If you receive disability support pension or carer payment, use the relevant Centrelink payment line listed by Services Australia for your payment type. And now, one final warning that matters just as much as any Centrelink review. Services Australia will never demand payment by phone to protect your pension. They will never ask you to buy gift cards or make a wire transfer. They will never threaten to suspend your pension by text unless you urgently click a link or pay money. They will never ask for your myGov password. And they will never send someone to your home demanding payment to fix your Centrelink account. Scammers may use exactly the fear we have discussed today. They may tell you a new tracking system has found a problem. They may claim your payment has been flagged. They may tell you to act immediately before your pension is cancelled. That language is designed to stop you thinking clearly. If you receive any contact like this, do not respond. Call Services Australia directly on 132300 or check your myGov account to verify before you do anything. Today, you now understand what many pensioners do not. Centrelink may use information matching and reviews to check whether the details connected with a payment remain accurate, and small outdated details could create avoidable problems. You also know that checking your account, confirming your contact information, and responding only through official channels may place you in a far stronger position. Most Australians will not find out how important these checks are until something affects their statement, a review letter arrives, or a myGov message has already been sitting unread. You do not have to be one of them. As 2026 continues, there may be further pension updates, threshold reviews, payment information, and Centrelink changes that older Australians need explained in plain English. Subscribe now, not for entertainment, but so you have a calm and reliable place to check what may matter to your pension before confusion takes over. You have worked hard for the security you rely on in retirement. Staying informed is not something to fear. It is how you remain in control. Take care of yourself, check on someone else who may need this information, and I will speak with you again soon.